Today I want to share a story about how your inner world shapes your outer life and how a simple shift in imagination can open doors you didn't know were there. Lucy always believed that life happened to her, not with her. She woke up most days feeling like she had no control. She thought she had to accept whatever showed up. But deep inside, she carried a quiet wish for something more, something lighter, something that felt like she was shaping her own path. She didn't know it yet, but she was about to discover a new way of seeing her life, a way Neville Goddard taught long ago. The power of imagination, awareness, and the feeling of already becoming who you want to be. Simon, her best friend since childhood, was very different from her. He believed that everything starts inside the mind. He had read Neville's books for years and practiced imagining good things long before they happened. He never bragged about it. He simply lived it. He walked through life with a calm heart, as if he knew something Lucy didn't understand yet. One cold morning, Lucy felt overwhelmed. She had been trying to change her life for months, but nothing seemed to work. She felt stuck in the same job, the same routine, the same worries. She sat at the small cafe where she and Simon always met. When he arrived, she looked at him and said, "Simon, I feel like I'm living the same day over and over. Nothing changes." Simon listened quietly. Then he leaned forward and said something simple. "Lucy, nothing changes outside until something changes inside. You keep looking at the world to move first, but you haven't moved here." He touched his chest. "And here," he said, pointing to his head. Lucy sighed. "But how do I change inside? I don't even know where to start." Simon smiled gently. "I'm going to tell you something Neville Goddard taught. It changed my life, and I think it can change yours too." Neville said imagination creates reality. Not imagination like pretend games, but imagination as the power that shapes what you experience. You do it every day without knowing. Every fear you hold, every doubt you repeat, every picture you replay inside. Those are seeds you plant, and life grows from those seeds. Lucy looked confused. "So you're saying I'm creating all my problems?" "No," Simon said softly. "You're creating your reactions, your state, and your path forward. Life happens, yes. But how you move next, and what shows up after that, comes from what you assume to be true inside." Neville said that what you assume and feel is real becomes the world you step into. Lucy felt a small spark inside her, just enough curiosity to keep listening. Simon continued. "Neville taught something called living in the end. It means imagining the moment after your wish is already fulfilled. Not hoping, not trying, but feeling the feeling of the end result. For example, if you want confidence, you imagine the moment you already feel brave. If you want a new job, imagine the moment someone congratulates you. If you want peace, you imagine yourself resting in a calm place. You feel it now, inside, and that feeling begins to pull your outer life toward it." Lucy asked quietly, "Does that really work?" "It works when you feel it," Simon answered. Neville said feeling is the secret. Your feelings show your inner state. And your inner state brings similar experiences to you. You don't wait to see it happen before you feel it. You feel it first. Lucy looked down at her hands. "I've been feeling tired for so long. I guess that's the state I've been living in." Simon nodded, and life echoed that state back to you. They sat in silence for a moment. Then Simon said, "Let's start small. Close your eyes." Lucy closed them. "Now imagine something you want to feel, not what you want to fix, not what you fear. What you want to feel. Pick one thing." Lucy whispered, "Peace." "Good," Simon said. "Imagine a version of you who already feels peaceful. Maybe she's sitting on a beach. Maybe she's reading under a warm blanket. Maybe she's lying in bed breathing slowly. See her. Feel what she feels. Relax the muscles in your body. Let the feeling fill you even if it's small." Lucy breathed slowly. For the first time in a long time, she felt a tiny wave of calm. It surprised her. Simon said, "That feeling is the seed. If you return to that feeling every day, little moments of peace will start to show up. You won't force them. They will appear because you changed inside first." Lucy opened her eyes. "That felt real." "It is real," Simon said. Neville called that the inner world. It's the source. The outer world is just the echo. From that day on, Lucy decided to experiment with her imagination. Each morning, she sat quietly for 3 minutes and imagined herself feeling calm, successful, and steady. She didn't imagine big details. She focused on the feeling. She practiced what Neville taught. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. At first, nothing outside changed. But Lucy felt different. She walked a little taller. She spoke more clearly. She didn't panic at small problems. She didn't rush through her day. And even though she didn't notice it right away, her world began shifting. One afternoon at work, her manager told her about a new position opening up. Lucy felt nervous, but her inner state reminded her of the feeling of confidence she had practiced. She applied. A few days later, she was invited to interview. Before the interview, she closed her eyes and imagined the moment after she got good news. She felt the warmth in her chest. She felt the joy. She held the feeling long enough to soften her fear. The interview went better than she expected. 2 weeks later, she got the job. Lucy felt amazed. She ran to the cafe to tell Simon. When she shared the news, her eyes were bright. "I can't believe it actually worked," she said. "I imagined it. I felt it, and then life matched it." Simon smiled. "You changed your state. You stepped into a new version of yourself." Neville would say the world had no choice but to reflect it. Lucy laughed. "I feel like I found a secret door." "It's not a secret," Simon said. "It's just quiet. People overlook it because they think their awareness doesn't matter. But it does. It shapes everything." Lucy grew more curious. "What else did Neville teach?" Simon replied. "He taught something called revision. It means going back in your mind to a moment that hurt you and imagining it in a kinder way. You don't rewrite the past. You rewrite how it lives inside you. When you do that, your future experiences change because you shifted the old emotional state." He paused. "It's powerful, Lucy. It can heal things you thought would follow you forever." Lucy thought of an old memory that still made her heart feel heavy. That night, she tried revision for the first time. She imagined the person speaking softly instead of harshly. She imagined understanding instead of anger. She felt the new version until her chest loosened. She cried, but the tears felt warm, not cold. When she finished, she felt lighter, as if she had put down a weight she had carried for years. As the weeks passed, Lucy changed more. She didn't fight the world anymore. She didn't wait for things to get better first. She created the feeling inside and trusted that her world would follow. And it did. She became more patient, more hopeful, more open. People around her noticed the change. Her days flowed more smoothly. Small blessings appeared out of nowhere. She felt like she had stepped into a brighter version of her life. One evening, Lucy and Simon watched the sunset from a hill near their town. Lucy turned to him and said, "I used to think life was something that pushed me around. But now I see that I was the one pushing myself into old states. I was living in the feeling of fear, so fear kept finding me. Now I'm living in the feeling of peace, and peace keeps showing up." Simon nodded. Neville said, "You are not the victim of your life. You are the creator of your experience, not through force, through awareness." Lucy smiled. Awareness, imagination, feeling. It sounds so simple. It is simple, Simon said. But simple is powerful. When you understand your inner world, your outer world becomes something new. Lucy looked at the sunset and whispered, "I think I finally believe I can shape my life." Simon replied softly, "You already are." And from that moment on, Lucy lived with a calm trust she had never known before. She stopped waiting for change. She became the change. She walked through life with the quiet strength of someone who knew, deep inside, that her imagination was not a dream, it was her power. And just like Neville taught, her life continued to unfold in beautiful ways, one inner shift at a time. Thank you for sharing this time with me today. If this story opened something inside you, subscribe and come back for the next tale as we keep growing from within, one gentle step at a time.